So welcome everybody. I guess we can just start with a general conversation. Feel free to chime in, those of you here or on Zoom. And I guess our first topic of discussion would be the reminiscing about the past and your childhood. So what are some of the first things that come to mind when you think about the past and your childhood?
I was talking to Loretta, Irene, ridiculous Rosie and Albert, favorite neighbors. زقت قال أن لك accidented a wagon. It hitsted them back at first. Gigi is moonlit creek sweatless the nurse went out cabins the miles Gigi. The miles must be about 3 miles. The 5 miles stayed alive. Bachan namlig idchon. In a twilly كان وين زقت خال يجاني إن دي سمايل شي كتل سكاس بيتخني خايف نتقاعد ون يمكن يجي سمايلز إن أمنا وات يكوكسكيرا بخت أمكاري كوكسكيرا when those miles got when the Bachwagen so called then and the next discussion when Neddy card from Neddy Textigium the gold wagon tarium and then it will which can will the guardian I'm gonna the sticks Freddy as grizzly bear against. It really which did need and back when you could have sailors. Need to which did them back at them only Nadam to Marden. She put them best Freddy to the wheat. Miss some little stitches, some guys teeth. Logan took all his sailors and hebben wheat. Gone wildy. Metal the pond has got Gwylam gigor nedi os sachwana. This os kollam exercise some is Gwylam la os kollam. In nedi this year the sheep because you cool you this subside I limmersit Nadi tasamuanam because I exercise because I yuksarum and luck yakamwai hakun tlaam ka school no I'm connected to the park the lek mousy you're then can slay you la huilum at school I'm going stille on nam got you so you could snagwatum kick 26 mile you come here you let a trail on the dark so cook say he نقاط let كوكيديت نقاطي وهي الجباس لا يدردي تمسلوكت كيدن فيش كي أكسم أخوات كوكسيه قارفيلتس قاق تمسكاخ نتلانغادي إلت لسانغادي تم قصقادمي كيان إلت تم مخ أليخة تمغادي لا كيكوس
دي أختوك سمتش في ولا نبس يقول لو كان نوم لو قبيبت في bedroom house لو استنت نوم نريد أقول لا من يكتب نوم كان بارم نوم ساعة ثلاثة أخبار جبت الدبادة بقول لي دقيقة يدخ أم دخش نار خيالي قال لو متسيل قال والنهار يتصدق ساتيكو كان كداخ long printed sorted langs de waard, ja, wordt bedekt. Die gaat, die dan naar zijn lip gaan en voilà. En hij steeds dit voilà. في تخويل شايك مادم ندي بخلات يقول ندي بخلات سويلبك كانت 5 لا ولا دام وبساق ندي لون ندي وبساق تمول يقول إذا يكسر يتبلسلس تو غاوي استسود اختو تبلسكت اللي كود اختو سكسكوسند يخشى تسكو أقول سكول تبصر يجل تو يستس نخم ويطب لخ Kopstoel. Nou, die willen dezelfde touwtje we top the time is no Yaxnasa the time is no matter the time and Lalax down winter the man we top I'm you the Lalax because this girl of the Ezra no doubt your Lax. Needed working good. Will control, will suck get and then go and we are now on the bottom love the important love. The book will head control. Will suck. Yep, toss. I'm glad you will. You as awesome again. Select no when hit school jobs, no hips, cook centers. It when hit school job the Baklaan by Baghdad for train. The neon of Baklaan. It's not who it's like. En zoals het ook zijn aardschop, hawak zijn aardschop. Heeft nou hoe het tabaken haaien. Het tip is nog wat op slee. Niet haaien. Dat is de Scots hawak die wandelen. Het is een kwalitatief hawak slee. You were on a hill that starts from church when you're en zoals de deze aard ook die je te hebben kan zacht en zeggen. Heel veel later Hector Hill, Lally, Clifford Williams, en Jackie, Abraham, and Archie's a bear. Weet was Scots hawak. Ik wil je gaat zo nog dat is ze aardig. Ze lijken hard nog je gebaar. Als je tip het kan soort van band en wil turn wil dan die ze bakken kan een tip gebakken en slee. Dit was een kadi en er wordt zo'n logentvol i de wisxw madam die heeft zak die good is in the water no the good jet will Elsa dit la nam die juiste beloonse en mooi is het kelk en ook je had de mooie en de soorten op je alleen ze zo aardig zo dit la dan boy nee je die bezorgd zit die lijst wil lachen het dan boy die tabi die Kira party last kosti koksa algus mam dit check sister och listen so aardig op die Sunday dat tips mam chunky vegetable debit he takes the water party guys Joe Watson guys Carney and the water parts to watch. Tigot the one sinki and the sound was in use. It passed the rest of the Neddy Kalamat. So I took it new slab and food cast, so it did. So it just special treats mum now or Sanat. It took raising these powders. I cooked it with chutney soup. The thirsty treat of Yuki's is also. It thirsty لمخصب ندي ولا وات ندي تلفون ندي iPad or spin top di mas also kan coba tali ندي تبقى ندي تلفون ندي iPad so large now need them or say I furniture here. Die ook message gebeurd.
First of all, I'd like to say I'm sorry to all of you doing that. I mean, the rest of you, I can't talk in whatsoever. I used to speak it fluently, but I can't anymore. But I would like to remember my grandparents. I had good and bad life since I was born, but I hang on to the good parts when my grandparents taught me everything that I know today. They taught me right from starting to clean up the house when you get up in the morning. My grandfather opens the windows, the doors, takes your blanket away, so you have to get up when you're cold. And first he says, I'm going to teach you how to cook. I was just a kid, I was maybe 5 years old. And he showed me how to cook breakfast for everybody. And with my grandparents, we never had time to play all the time. We were always working day till night on weekends. We worked before we go to school. We work when we come home from school. Even if you were a girl, they still tell you go out and get wood for the house, pack water. We used to pack water from the well. My grandmother started to teach me how to work on fish. And tell her I'm tired. She said there's no such word as tired. She said you gotta do this. I do it every day. And now I see her work from morning till bedtime, doing everything she had to do. She would teach me how to wash clothes in the washboard and hang them outside. So I did everything that they did in the olden days. Just warm up the water on the stove, dump the water when we're done. Chop wood. My grandfather says if there's no men around, you chop wood. So I had to learn how to do that. And if we have spare time, my grandmother would say, sit down. I'm going to teach you.
Recording in progress.
I'm going to teach you how to knit, she says. I said, I don't want to, I'm just too small. She said, no. She said, sit down. So I learned how to knit socks, whatever she taught me. The most I remember was respecting my grandparents. If they tell you do this, you do it. You don't answer them back. You just do what they tell you. When you're done, then you can play. We hardly had time to play because we had to scrub the floors, do the laundry, everything. Saturday. Sunday was a day of rest, so we didn't do anything. But I learned a lot from them. I was grateful for that. Sometimes I just wonder how they can do these things, but then not pay attention to what goes on behind closed doors. Those were the times I hated being around people, because I never had a good life growing up. Got no education, nothing. When I got married, we moved here to Kitwin at the time, 1965. The first people I met were the elders. Well, they had a lot of those elders. They come to visit me all the time. They talk to me. Nowadays, you don't see anybody do that. But I really love this village since I got here. My kids said, let's move. I said, no. I said, you can if you want. I would not move. Even Joe didn't want to move. Edgar came to the house. He comes and he was talking to us. He said, we're going to build you a house if you transfer to Kitwin. And we thought about it. Finally, we said, okay. We signed papers. And then we told Joe, you and your boys can build your own house. So then he gave us the key. So we've been there ever since. Even if the elders that were here, they used to tell us what to do. I remember helping Elizabeth. Good. This is Kathleen Marston, Joe's mother, Jessie, all these elders. They used to always work in that old hall, and they called us, they had to pack water and help us scrub the floor. So we did what we were told. We never said no to them. Whenever they needed anything done, we had to do it. Couldn't remember who was helping at the time, but I loved working with them. To this day, I miss them all. I worked for some of them when I was housekeeper. Jane and Derek would say, sit down for a while, you work too hard, have tea with me. I thought, I know somebody's gonna report me. I remember Kathleen Marston said, sit down, help me crochet, she says. I told her, no, can't do that. But we learned a lot from the elders. It's good to have them around. I wish there were more elders today to teach the young people these things. It's right from the feast hall to whenever there's a death hard to keep still in the gym without walking around all the time. Sometimes I talk to the young people. There's a lot of kids here in the village. They all call me Gigs no matter what. One time one lady says, that's not your Gigi. I told them, it's okay, you can call me Gigi if you want to, I don't mind. They were with Dorinda's granddaughter. I know she's related to us through Morris, because Morris and Joe were brothers. But every time she sees me, she says, hi, Gigi, and she calls Eva her Gigi. She just loves Eva. Haven't seen her for a while. I don't know what happened. But all these kids come running whenever they see us on the road, even some young men. They always say, it's so good to see you around. I try to teach my kids these things. I said, go to the meetings and listen. So they went through rough times growing up because people telling them go back where they come from, and that hurts. But I miss all these elders because I listen to them. Lloyd was always being around Joe, so he was a really good person to be around, to listen to him and learn from him. To this day, I still love everybody. It doesn't matter who they are, because the Bible says all you need to do is love, forgive people. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Helen. So I'd just like to do a quick little check. Welcome to our online, our Zoom. I don't know if I'm looking in the right direction. Hopefully you can see me. But I would just like to do a check to see, are you all able to hear our conversations okay on the Zoom? Oops.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes.
Wonderful. So welcome Donna, Katie, Rose, Beverly, Charity online. Thank you for joining us. Now, are there any of you that would like to contribute to this topic of your past, reminiscing about your past or childhood? Is there anybody online that would like to? Feel free to put up your hand or jump in now. We'd welcome your sharing.
I'm a youth Katie Hetzer.
Okay.
Of die ook some body nest of Irene and Dorinda. Maar de zei het wel een limf. En de niet. Of die een body would nedi was back axe some Wilbur. He Gilbert bedroom. When the will me 11 baby, so like the last of me bedroom, it took somebody, we will put no job on. Have the will of Miss Irene X, no, Downs, Madam, Downs, X, and Tobin Wilbur, white, Bahlam, Sabah. Actie nemen X voor me de dat echt aan John. Ik heb gezegd dat de zeeuw Louis de deelsie ze deelst. Ze had net idee wat je dit. Een body en net enough snow dan die kop smash. Ik zei wanneer het niet talken dan talken. Het verder stuk eeuwig, keerdem stuk eeuwig. Kochen moet naar de koepskedi, koest die gobbel mesteer is naam. We hebben some alles naam la, dat die wil se goed maken. nedit am mesit laat, want as het eerst willen de deelstier en het nedit am mesit. Nos tus am radi, keek oos nedit en nachtig dem gups sti smich. Ja, wil am radi und mesit laat, want nedit skidem die helpen dulpen abelo, op de nedit goedet am wees, Vasilinas goed. En mestit lang, amstat negut nedi skidem die bakjelas van statisteren op de nedi de aks Vasilinas goed om oedig koski gegeven. Die niet toeske en waardig wanneer die de nacht de men gupsi wanneer als je smech. Je keer en waardig is wanneer die kolor lamp high met last eeuw. Was de meditatie van nie en die joy. Sinds nie nee of de niet vast en deund om heel gezegd en de deund juk lobend om jaar. Niet de vast mijn gief lobend om mocht. Niet tus am body. Ni am bord van klasa machten. Gallen los oos aten, un jochti, un lo jogam. En het ni rooi mag en de mjoot, het lacht wel ik ze goed dit niet klaar, de wind de mocht, niet tus am body. Ni am bord van ze ook dit. No rats ook we een gem de witst gooi maar goed voor dit soort kon witst dit laag is ja en die een water legisele joks en een witst en wil dit het was wat aan radi de laag dit nog of laag dit nee joks is sadaals meer I 7th oor voor ons macht is 9th oor voor ons macht dit met zit dat ik ook sloegen als de man van daar dit toespoeks aan body. Je keer aan body is deun maden aan plan van de moord af zwart dit was in de crossing dat dit keer de oil school bus. Nedit en nacht dit en dit en bacht of reserve som nedit en lot atla go en wil nedit en bacht dit för wil paltepskit jukla I am slaan nek slaag no ja sam sak ja allee slaan van de maat de George Bowie en de mama vond nog pas de molle school om bij Hazelton. Je tus of een en body Willem. Je had die Willem en is Helena's had die en doing no silk weer schaaf en doing. Ik some was half not the windows gezien van out van cabbage van knaps van dat bleef go in de gipsactie de actie van windies out en de toeslag aan body. Ja, Willem zei de boelie schoen een aans naar gordel. Nee, gewoon beslaan de boelie schoen. Maar zei ik heb geprobeerd schoen zo Willem zijn disgoed niet. Willig dat mij niet echt bewagen in Amsterdam in de uitgevoerd. Ik heb een job om voor het juk laten zo'n juk som in de snaam waar het gewoon de depstel en vroegs. En waar het juk zo laag zei high school Hazelton in de pittig en zewa no. Hoe ga ik op een hezel daar? Die beetje een eggs die jelly. Asiat midi sidem heikkään, muistan se vaan niistä kuptit ja siituppekin eeks. Itne tuossa jälleen. Näin niitä mäsun saht toast, kalliknilla airtight. Kubi tuossa saa tiesaraiden meslaskuja. Silkruilum, nekkuskään. Gærmen til djævsfulde husgrænse. Gærmen til djævsfulde til tøbbes vilp. Gærmen til djævsfulde var joks get gjort. Willem Anes, Dorinda and Irene, skidt fisk læk. Dem eller ordens læk. Dem vi ræksin dem der naas usun pas painu kelk. Unki haal sa yuktum skayo nedin oodit no unki haal ja unki laafo. 9 o'clock ma unda laafo dit nomes. Is la sint I ma sa kelfwo juk mas usrat us juk ki la si wok we. Ni tonsa van body. Een body is full oil lamp. Een body is gas lamp. Een body when aan uslaam was van de moord, de spelsten was de Irene Bowie, zwart dit van de moord dit. Nee, een body, de Norma and Adolphus. Een body und de Christine van Jeffrey. Adolphus was die jukla jeugd ziet, je kan ziet. Ja, wat is Jeffrey man de vast Adolphus die. O hier voor mij gelfs de jongen maar de kisses Norma die. Niet een body dat niet zal wel Wilson Adolphus dat Norma. Ja, geskaafde afwissels. Ik zit niet zo. Googling zo. Books aan mij ja. So.
That is awesome. I'm loving this. Is there anybody else that would like to share more about past or your childhood or at this point or any questions, comments?
I do.
Okay.
I think we're not tough as the older generation. We would have to lug water, wash laundry by hand, haul fish. I think that's why we weren't allowed to speak back when we were kids because they were tough. But for me, I remember going to the lake, the old swimming hole. Nobody goes to the swimming hole anymore. And there's a whole bunch of us in the back of the truck, and I don't think we're allowed to even do that at all anymore. I miss seeing Sunday school. A lot of us went to Sunday school and actually did skits at Christmas time. I think I started babysitting at a young age. Parents are always busy. Yeah, I spent a lot of my time with my Abel, going to the Lachia or visiting other grandparents. I was fortunate to stay at the Teach Shirley. She took us around to harvest different things. Go to Rupert sometimes. That's it.
Som next get the Angadi when the twin doing the guard 18-mile the Silas ye able and the guardi just hazel and doing the what strawberries still
It's fancy gift card. Pag yung school test it's up now. Lesson one at some will get ediko selliges nagwadi ni hooks ko get neon dachket Algyax Sutmagit children were heard, seen not heard. Gausach when nischop nadi. Hugyam the day did not be kind of nadi the Hugyach step the da conductor and this and steep them kan the dirt steep can really this is nagwadi wadig is en ons nagwadi kaska is het leeds het net niet liggen washing machine heim dem de biaks en ik al get ik al je leest dem de biaks Indian Day School when Sakti dem de polach agachem amksawa I ksach Sim Algyax ka websnit kan Sim Wilbur it's net dit no ka Indian Day School to the park club Algyax I ha op ik het nog snet dit no when amksawa mag this is also gelk sometimes the parents needed privacy, I guess, and they kicked us out to go play. Iraq Indian Day School when sort of graveyard kaondag stapje. Iraq graveyard when I miss also. Helen when it's about kikor when dachket when sabago dachket tada and the nagwada. You know, in the gadi scarlet generation them easy them will jabba when hugim zaps to be it them will Jack step to the hugim the day it hugim school did need them will ama the girls did see get hope enters hope gox the dog so elders low by the now low by bach look we go when the Hugyach Stefan and the kick steps to Nagwati. Somewhere Angadi when school is Solomon Marsden when you're able not to limit it. It's school did not them the tip school them home. You could say limit it. And that was very sacred and very dear in my heart. Kabita somebody.
I forgot to add my generation was fortunate to work with all the elders like Kathleen Marsden, Lila Good, Elizabeth Good, and Super Granny Smokehouse, Lila's raspberries, Kathleen's skin, picked them and jarred them the same day. And that was my first introduced to song and dance with Kathleen Mercy. Like I was never taught by anybody at that time. But she dressed me up and she started drumming and singing and she just said dance. So that was my first taste of song and dance with Kathleen Mercy. Yeah. I don't know if you were a youth worker at the time when that was our crew, summer students who cleared all the birds by the totem pole area.
Oh, probably. We've done a few things back in the day.
That was nothing but grass.
Right. Yeah, one year we did a cultural as well.
I remember, I think that was my favorite, going up to Meziad.
We went up to Meziad, yeah.
Mushroom picking. Yeah.
Yeah, that was, Wanda Good was our social development worker. It was her, we didn't have a youth worker, so I remember I was working for the band. I think I might have been her assistant back then when she was in social development, and we knew spring break was coming. So we were brainstorming what we were gonna do for the youth, because we didn't have a youth worker. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. So I jumped in for 2 weeks. She said, let's make it cultural, we'll do something. So we drafted it. It was really a lot of fun taking our youth up. We went berry picking. I think we got to do some dip netting. We skinned a bear, or a couple of them. Yeah, we did a few things. Good stuff. I'd love to see that again with our youth.
Oh, I gave them a message, Sim Algyax, when I was becoming a woman, Nadine Gook, Yetis, in the Alexi, then the extended place 1 year.
Dit is Katie Louise les zo het ik wil gemaaien dat nagaan met les oei maas. Je schiet het als tijd ieder. Net dit dry reserve soort het was. Dat is mijn school, dry reserve, die men die niet daar lifted. Dry reserve. En zij is zo ook, dat nog om die actie toch wat les ja. Ik begint dit nou. Was upstairs attic. Je kan gaan legwallen. So we ladder niks bagyo. Ik neem dat. We gaan met het derde mond geleegd. In Guardian. Each time when what it's so and what we are so that let's all to be discussed. I'm gonna get a beer accepted. I know that 6 sections for the bottles of the cabin. And there's meditation baksles accepted gear. Samai needed ja exporters met mitten dat ik met zo geen leeuw. bear grease, because nedid the Swedish the heath, the bear, och echte snart som jar. Och sakam Leslie snack i the bottom security what around about or quarters on the book. If it come ages did not go, it's snack him toast. What's edge about and will crispy. Netted was got netted the dads poets or some station you can the stand out you could chips of chocolate and chips. Only 25 cents of people you go. Lite from God they toasted.
All right, maybe we are good. Thank you so much for all of that. Maybe we can shift into, as our next topic, into the rites of passage. What are some things that come to mind about the rites of passage that would be important for our young people today to know? And what do you remember from your time growing up?
Should we rephrase rites of passage?
Yeah, maybe we have to rephrase it, okay? So,
It's tricky in English.
it is tricky in English. Would you like to do that for us?
I associate rites of passage as that first year after when you first get your moon. Is that what we're talking about?
Could be, could be that, yeah. That would be a big one for sure.
Ceremonies, feasts, hundred and hits.
Right. Thank you for that. That's really important to rephrase, yes. And were there other things that you had in mind, Loretta, for that specifically?
Just basically.
There's a lot that came up before the meeting on this one too, I think, right?
Yeah.
Brainstorming session.
Script all on the paper.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of it was on the paper. I was gonna take it just to make.
Oh, yes. Right, well, we were having dinner. We did speak a lot about that.
Also, the transitions between when somebody inherits their Sim that's part of rites of passage as well.
Oh yeah, it's big, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It entails a lot, yes.
I just wanted to share, this is Katie again. I just wanted to share with the group, seeing we're only all ladies here, I think. Our parents, for some reason, did not teach us about getting our first period. That was never ever discussed, it just happened. And when it just happened, mother knew what to do. And in my time, it was those awful, god-awful belt was the tie to the one end of the pad and the back and the other end to the front. I remember that, I can't remember how old I was when I first got my period, but it kept riding up toward the front, and I would use my elbow to push it back down, and my sisters were being really angry at me and said, quit doing that, but it keeps riding up. Anyway, I was just going to share with you that one of the key things for us in our family, at any rate, I don't know if it's the same for everyone in this group, but for some reason, our parents never taught us about the change that happens in your life, like the period, your first day getting your period. I didn't even know about it until it happened. So I don't know if that was common or was it just our family. Today they have the stick-on type and I don't need it. Have one that just sticks to your underwear. You don't have that silly old belt that they had given us years ago.
I think it's common with everybody, I think.
I wasn't taught it.
I wasn't taught, no.
I thought I had a match.
Also at birth, back then, they kept the pregnant lady, and still today I believe some families do it, they keep it a secret when it's time to give birth. I think that was part of their cultural values.
I remember when I was working at Lila's place and I sat down with her for a while in her kitchen. And I told her that my daughter got hers, and she asked me, "Do you know what you're supposed to do when you tell us stuff like that?" She says, I said, "No." And she went to go get her $20. She gave it to me. I said, "You buy what she needs. You buy her bologna." And she sat me down and told me the do's and don'ts. And that is like exactly what was talked about earlier. You don't walk over a guy when he's laying on the floor. You gotta walk around him. And when you do your clothing, you don't wash your clothes with mixed with the guys. Same with your beddings. And she told me that we're not to sit on the bed. And those were the things that she shared. So when I got home, I started telling my daughter that. Why? And she said, "I don't know, I just got told." Because yeah, they don't tell you stuff like that. It would be good. Because you don't know, like, if you go do the Yahoo things, you come home with a big belly.
Oh yeah, birds and the bees. No, today is the birds and the bees.
I didn't eat meat for a year in traditional meats. Don't know if it was just fresh meat, but all meat, or traditional meats anyways.
Ours too. Yeah, that's what we were told.
I was told fresh meat. Fresh meat, yeah. I don't know if it counts when you freeze it. They still didn't let me take out the freezer. Is it still fresh? I always wonder what the rules are. But I'm 2 raw meats for the year.
Mrs. Audrey and the rest of Mom if Alchem Banasa we TV. If Humptig Cowboys en his mom. Dan ze nacht en gloos nacht get neen. Dan we let spenden. Niet laat ik well was Bonanza. En dan haai, want daar is ook wat piksen. Ja, let op de buurt met Dana. Kaas en piksen en Bonanza. Deze tijd dat ik ga, vind ik op kerk goed wezen van. Die lijkt hem zwaar. Wat in dagen goed voor de genoeg is steeds de Watson werd iets dat we kan geven. Zich eindigt die zelfde lijn en die lijn hem kan zwaar maken. Wat in mensen goed voor en die zo zwaar lijkt en zwaar maken. Je kan wel iets dat nog een leer krijgt. Nog spetjes te geven, roos, die school dat verwoep. Mr. de Boon, maar ook teacher die kids niet in school die verzorgd de petting had zweten. Wat een wulps mij thuis en nou zo. Het is gewoon trouble die laag hoe het gaat zo hard. Het is een trouble die laag. Maar die gaan niet voor het maar het is te geleerd nou niet. Die wilde ze echt niet als dat room. Die zo en die dacht dit. En dan ga je iets erg. Die smeer. Die vertelde dat ze was in school. Die zei, "Gast, Mr. Watson, are you gone? Hoe dagen je in Wennis? Gelast dit laat, Mr. Watson." Die koos en haar ax tussen dan gaat je wen. Die deed het een ax, Mr. Watson en Honey. Wanneer die nog laat, ik zo aan gaan met de laag die Peter zag met me zo. Ze mag hem maar niet verzorgen.
So our crew online on the Zoom weren't here when we had the discussion, but we had a couple of guest speakers come in for the daycare. They were just seeking information and asked to join, so it wasn't connected directly to our agenda for tonight, but they were coming in and seeking information about the daycare. And so one of the questions they asked was around this topic. So I wonder, I almost would like to request that information for you, Loretta, to see if they can send us pictures of that, because all of that information came from this group. And so I will request that from Suzette. And I think we did some really great brainstorming over dinner. I wonder if anybody else on the Zoom has anything you'd like to add around that, around this topic.
Can you repeat what topic it is you're looking for, Tristan, please?
Yes, absolutely. So in here, it says the rites of passage on the agenda. So we were just talking about how we need to probably maybe change the wording to that a little bit. So maybe just the different, how did you word that, Cheyenne?
Maybe that first year after your moon, but then another rites of passage that came up was the taking of higher names within a lifetime.
Right, or becoming and to me, I think transitioning from a boy to a man, I think would probably fit that as well. So it seems to be a pretty wide topic. when we speak about rites of passage.
I'm just wondering what we can say out loud today. I was just letting you know earlier that our parents never taught us about those things.
Yeah.
We were just told not to do this, don't do that, that's not good, don't do this, don't eat this, and never told us why.
Right.
We always just learned by doing or not doing, so I'm just wondering, how can that be a topic of discussion when my parents anyway, my mother anyway, did not talk to us, and there's 6 of us girls in the family. And why wasn't that discussed in our house? Sex was not discussed. Positions were not discussed.
Puberty was not either. And it sounds like that's kind of consensus around the table here as well, that it wasn't really something that we were, it wasn't a conversation had in our homes growing up, so.
It wasn't made addressed to.
Right. For whatever reason that may have been, so maybe that just wasn't, so.
I'm just shy thinking about it.
Did you think?
But the only thing I ever hear when they talk about it is, I have an auntie, when she talks about any of her grandchildren getting it for the first time, she says, oh, so-and-so got their granny.
Oh.
So I'm just like, when kids are gonna call me granny, I'm like, I'm not your granny.
Fair enough. It makes sense not wanting to be that granny, hey? I love it.
I think some of the older things, sorry, I heard is that not to look above the mountains. Has anyone heard that one? And I kind of think I may have heard they used to cover their hair and drink from a straw. Was that a thing? Have you guys heard that?
I've heard of stuff like that, yeah. And another one I heard of too was, I only heard of it, it wasn't, my mom didn't do any of this for me, but for a lady, she was brought to a hut or something, and she had to stay in there for a while, and they put rocks in her mouth just to teach her not to be scabba. I don't know, I can't.
Oh no, I didn't get any rocks in my mouth, not really sorry. My mom did not put any rocks in my mouth.
It's funny, I looked at Trista. I only heard of it, but yeah, I don't know if any of you Gigi's here heard of anything like that.
It would be good if you have Mrs. Robinson come in, or even just record her.
I invited her.
Make a time to go see her and get that from her, because she shared a little of it about that to me, but I don't want to be the one to say. If you make time to go see her, that would be good to document.
Edna, Irene?
Cindy Robinson, next.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, Cindy, yeah.
I don't want to be the one saying her story, it's hers. She just shared it with me, and that was very interesting. So it'd be good if you see if it's okay that you guys do a document about her. It's good to have.
the dach go work cassette recorder. You could learn to school or Lily. You could learn Kathy Irish Whitkey. In you said documents short passing. Still you could learn is just the selling and yet wolf elders. The Amon Great Knoxter and Elizabeth, Grace Aggie, and Abel and Godfrey. The ticket now to Jordan, the Moore's Dairy, and it deserved it will always a knock. The Princess Elizabeth recorded Niddy in the guy could doctor with cassette your dark basement. You could learn to school this really last year. Cleanse in school which scattered hives, suckling years of elders and still did. It's really this sort of funding school when you could come to teacher, you needed to listen. And sort of funding that needed a listen comes Kathy Ives. So Gigi didn't mean he said money now and with you language.
Tuchti has Audrey recording 4 years left. This will accepted recording is Audrey. It was with a CDX the dil sanak just wedding klagstit. I'm gardener Audrey. You can hide it on face. First voices.
First voices.
Lach. Please join us on First Voices.
Okay. Well, I think that would probably lead us into our next topic. How's everybody feeling? Are you needing a coffee or a tea? Or are we good to continue on? We'll shift, take a little tiny break then. Coffee? Oh, Donna wanted to share? Yeah. Oh, sorry. Okay, so I didn't see, but Donna has something you'd like to share, and then we'll take a little break when Donna's in. Sorry, Donna. Take the floor.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Yuxa.
It's really hard for me to see, as my eyes aren't that good anymore. But the group was talking about when a young lady becomes a woman. And I can't remember where I heard this from, but it came up when I first started having my period. And I was told that when a girl becomes a young woman, there are things that are done. I don't know what it's for, if it's to honor her or what, but one of the things was, it's already mentioned, she doesn't eat any meat that's just been hunted, and any fish that's just been caught. And another thing that was, she was put in a room for 4 days, but I don't remember why. But I'm asking this because I have a lot of great-granddaughters and granddaughters, and my great-grandchildren are becoming adults now, and I didn't know anything about that when my granddaughters were becoming of age. Down here where I'm in, it's a big honor for a girl to become a woman. They hold a big potlatch for her, and she's brought in she's dressed all in white, and they bring her in the potlatch. There are about 4 men that have her on a board. They carry her in like that, and she's sat up in the front, and everything that normally goes on in the potlatch is done at her party. So and I've been trying to remember what it was, why a girl would be put in a room along with no eating of anything that's just been caught by our fishermen and our hunters. I was just wondering about that, if anybody remembers anything about that. I should mention.
I'm going to just take a guess. I'm not 100% certain, but I'm going to just take a guess. You know that our people, it was all about survival. We grew our food, we picked our berries, and we made our medicines, and we hunted for food and fished. So what I'm thinking, like I say, this is just a guess because we were never told. At least I was never told. But I think it had to do with, because our people believed so much in taboo, that it would prevent the people that hunted for us to provide the food for families. That's my guess as to why we're not allowed. And I think that's why we're kept in a cellar for a year. And not look at the mountains or touch or go near the hunting gear. So I don't know if anybody else wants to take a stab at a guess on that one. A beat.
One thing I heard is that they're mentored for that year. That first year was a lot of mentorship. And I think I may have read it in our box was full, is that after that year, that young woman was expected to be able to know how to host a feast.
Hey.
Okay, here's a question. I hear that you guys said you have to live on consular food. But before that, what did she have before the colonizers got here? And if she's not allowed to eat the meat and the fish and whatnot, how did she survive back then?
It's just the fresh meat or the fresh fish. So I don't know if that means freshly caught, because after you smoke it, is it still fresh? Because they'll smoke and preserve it for the year. So
Yeah,
if it's jarred, is it still fresh? I don't really know
The only thing I've been doing with my girls was like we would have some from last year, and so that's what we would give them. Instead of the one that was just caught like this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I noticed when I didn't give it to one of my girls, she wouldn't eat it anymore.
So merci, my head and my goose on comes me. So see a nut. My goose on comes me. Geese, goose them, give me your dog and collapse there what need to say. We can on. Good.
Oh.
Krista,
Yes.
Lisa here, hi.
Hi.
I remember attending a workshop at one point when I was younger, and when they talked about a young girl becoming a woman, it's a powerful time in her life, and she's the life giver. All women are life givers, and when they start menstruating, they start becoming powerful, and that means they're ready to start giving life and increasing our population or whatever. And I remember them talking about how our women were not to look at the mountain because our hunters will have a poor hunting time up there when they go out. They can't eat the fresh fish because that'll deplenish the fish run for that year. It's stuff like that I remember hearing about. And the pebble in their mouth, it's they're powerful right now. Their words can hurt. Their words can hurt another person really bad if they say anything out of spite, out of anger. A lot of this stuff I remember, I really, really wish I knew and remembered what workshop I attended, but that was a lot of stuff that I remember about that.
Awesome. Thank you. Lisa. Thank
I
you.
think with stuff with that leads to things. It teaches a woman how to be responsible in life. Teaching them all the positive stuff. Once you know you did it wrong, you see already that you put the damage to your pocket because you ran out of money. And to me, I think it kind of teaches, making you learn. Because when you hear about it, when you first get it, you're shocked, right? And you wonder what's going on. And you don't know if you're doing anything right. Oh, I didn't know if I was doing anything right. Not all the time. But like we were told. But that's how I see it. It's just making you aware of something in life. To learn stuff, to do things on your own without being told. And you know how to do a lot of stuff like family. Just making you aware of things. Because you're shocked you got it, nobody tells you nothing about it, and then you do that. You worry about it for a whole year because they tell you. And there's a lot of things in life you're walking through and you begin to see. You begin to pick up all that stuff. That's my input.
In the Robert Simmers Audrey had dem height Sim Algyax is the yet go clams. And and clams the cheats them school gate go from Hanak dem respect the Yazis namely in Osti the Yazis let's go and you gotta respect it. My 2 cents.
Just watch the board there, Helen. Okay. Do we have any other questions or comments or anything on that?
I thought it was just my mom who didn't tell me about it. Like, I have a 9-year-old daughter who's asking about when she's gonna get her period now, and I have no idea how to explain it. It's just,
Kids are outspoken nowadays. Yeah, they ask each others and
That's one of the different things.
yeah.
probably has privacy in the home for moms now that the bathroom's in the home too. I don't really get to go to the bathroom by myself, so it's like a lot of secrets. Imagine when the bathroom was outside of the house, you had a little more privacy.
Very true.
We have privacy if it was outside because she doesn't like outhouses, so she won't use them or won't go in them. Should we take 5?
I was just going to say, maybe we'll just take a little 5-minute break if anybody needs the bathroom or to get a coffee. We'll take a little break. Have a stretch. Yes. It looks like we've got everybody back now. How's everyone doing online? Are you all doing okay there on the Zoom? Awesome, good to see you, Donna. Excellent, Katie. Wonderful. Okay, we'll jump right back into it then. So I had a little conversation with Loretta and Dorinda when we were on the break, and we know that there's a whole wealth of knowledge in this, in these topics, so we kind of reprioritized. And so we've got about an hour left, or just a little over, for our session tonight. So what we're thinking is we will, our 2 topics that we will cover in the last hour. The first one will be our older words in Sim Algyax that we rarely hear today. Will be one. So that we'll start with. And once we have those discussion and share that information, we'll move into your future hopes or advice for the younger generations. So those will be the 2 topics that we will have discussions about for the last part of our session tonight. So we'll jump right in and think about the older words in Sim Algyax that we don't hear today. So what are some of those older words in Sim Algyax? I'll turn it over to all of you now.
One of the words we don't ever really hear is that you always hear big, 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 big. What about your next dad?
I I don't agree with that. In our Dow's family, we used that quite often. Yeah. And Loretta's mom, Shirley. Yeah. And my auntie Irene. When I see her, I call her Dada. Yeah.
Because I never even really knew who that was. But I always hear people talking about a lot of younger generations talking about their Gigi. And they just say, hi, Auntie.
Right? Dots.
Oh, dots. When I used to sell dots too. Nice. It's really my hair. Shirley used to use that all the time. I remember doing that. Right.
Hookstaffen is the other one. I've always heard my kids say that.
Is that a term of endearment, like for love? Deep.
For girls?
Maar je wil heel goed studeren.
I think it comes from the word kimchi. Kimchi. Steak.
Ook in steek, ja. Studeren.
Pardon me. And I remember Shirley letting me know the difference between that and teeth. Like, there's a pronunciation, you don't want to call somebody a belly button. So it's proper pronunciation too.
Yeah.
Yeah, proper pronunciation was important. I learned that when I was younger.
Well, we're on the topic of endearments. One word I've only really seen heard talked about or seen written is ets. I've never heard it used naturally in conversation. Ets for young girls. You ever hear that? Ets. Yeah, already told me about it. I think I saw it written too. Ets without a chin. Ets. Ets. Did you guys ever hear that for young girls? No? Heard it once. I think I seen it written once and I heard it from my already. It was a term of endearment for young girls before their lip was pierced or something in reference to that lip piercing.
That might be an Eastern word.
Maybe it is, yeah.
Gigani.
Maybe.
Ja.
Kan je die te verlaten?
Nee, die hoeft niet uit naar Titus.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm trying really hard to let everybody share, but I just want to jump right in. One of my favorites that I learned back a few years back was Achnachnis. That was one of my favorites. It was one that I hadn't really heard a lot in conversation, but when I learned the English translation to it, it became my favorite because it's like disobedient and doesn't listen. So I used to tease my hubby about that back in the day, that he was so it was my favorite word. That was one.
That's what we use for the little children. Nog niks voor de house.
Right.
Hot mochie.
Oh, that's awesome.
We say that our little 5-year-old.
Nice.
It's a free.
And
It's a free.
van Giannis, de les Edgar. Gan. Gan me. That's the speak Gigi. Gan.
Ega has Edgar juk Wednesday mam van Selena wil paltapki toen weg. Hij kon niet verjaardag, nieuw en het. Maar die zijn gaan kost Jane die. Sim Algyax of Selena en mam. Because what he said has two meanings, right? First one is that cutting the fish and cleaning the fish, or it's a man's Chinese organ. And that is the way it is with our language. It often has 2 or 3 meanings for one word. On behalf most Jane.
Okay, who has Edgar? Edgar good. Why Prince George won sex kan medicine yet?
That's a joke that goes around all the time. People going to Prince George. Why sex needed Prince George? Why Vancouver? Sex.
That humor is so important, eh? It is so important to us. Makes us feel weird.
Gigi guy and that is Irene.
That is right.
And again, it has 2 meanings. She's picking soapberries or sitting there squatting to pee.
It's true. Scared me that isn't.
So you notice how much fun our language is. It is a lot of fun, and when we get together, those of us that are speakers, when we get together and we all speaking in the language, you'll hear a lot of laughter. And that's what I really miss is all of the people that are speakers of the language. Miss all that nice humor that comes out when we're speaking our language. So, depending on what you're saying, usually it's very funny. Just like Edgar. Edgar had a really great sense of humor.
No, working at the gas bar, and you know, I'm not a fluent speaker, I'm not a strong speaker, and I was trying to say hot. I was like, I'm really good. Nobody corrected me. Jennifer's like, what did you say? I said, I'm good. She just walks away from me. I think you mean Gemp. Yes. Like walking around saying I'm hard.
It has as interpreter, you would take well, the important samagit and well, Algyax from court. It shouldn't have lawyer if it was samagit. Do you have a totem pole? Yes, lawyer. A totem translator. Nes kanskuna.
Was little in Gitanyow walking stick is at Morgan. Sam anak walking stick. It had them the magat lachan the talk. Israel. It had tanki is at Morgan. Hi, I'm going
Well, here is Perry Howard and Mildred Johnson gegoost by weddings jail kalkis biap. When the bias with that Wilps Molly. When Sim Algyax I'm has Perry and Millie. You know, in headlines, what do you call those trees back there? Netne and Jewan and dear Perry. Oh, nee, dat gaan het kan toch niks. En some actually heeft. Het was met een stuk. I'm jeden moment te lachen. Yes, niet daar, get doctor. Ik heb doctor pills slaat met een slag. Dan zag een keek met de keek zag die doctor. Dan golden is dan begint ons ex der. Ja, ik heb een vandaag van jullie golden. It's quick.
Nog first voices go.
Got some phrases on there.
God in the Mexican time. You don't ever tell anybody you got lots.
That's an old word. I'm trying to avoid that one. That's so funny. Yeah. They had that store in Paris called Big Lots. Big Lots tissue. Yeah.
Krishna, time to get off that subject.
All right. Okay, are there any other words today that we haven't heard in a long time, or we don't hear often that we're aware of?
Do people still have clotheslines outside their house?
Ooh, I've wanted one, I can.
Clotheslines.
Oh,
At Lisa.
and heads on this ship.
At Lisa.
At Lisa.
You could talk with this.
The next one.
Clothespins.
And door on the list for that, and it is,
Yeah. With the body toast. At Lisa.
and the Catholics,
Oh,
the Catholics, times.
Henny up.
And,
Oh, and gooks.
I'm lekker. Hoe is lekker?
What is that? What's that?
No, great clip, which is like a running show, so.
Wow. Wow.
So Flanders, oh,
Wow.
there's two words for it, there's great clip, there's, dogs, about handmade dogs,
Dag, so Jane.
and great clip.
I'm lekker.
Oh, great.
Opposite of that.
That was my guess. How do you say it again?
This body parts ka school. So nandun ko, meron ko water ko, lots and men. Surprised they never asked though.
Katie, I had a question for you. Could someone allow you get kick or honor diet lang sa
Vergassend. Vergassend.
Nagassens.
HLA. Va.
Nagassens.
Hey.
Nu, weet je, knaamscha. Ik sket knaamscha.
I'm speaking that and no.
Respect.
Frans.
honor in a sentence for us?
Gehasen fietsen geget. Dan zing je dan haar na.
Can you use honor, respect in a phrase?
Zo laatste dicht en klaar dit was een geget. Net naar mij heen, ja.
Hoger gibt er.
Oh ja, ga. Van die de pas. Ach, ja.
Oh, good.
I'm thinking about a child.
His mind is working.
Dit is heel net nog ga je dit.
What is that?
Like when a small baby, a toddler walks walks across the floor, and people think he or she is very cute. Ach, I get it.
Don't hear anybody say, ach, that's. Ach,
Support again.
Good support. Good support is good. Good. Forget.
That's true.
Maar als je daar in de mensen afgeeft,
Oh, I love this. This is amazing. It goes hand in hand with the humor that was on the list.
Yeah.
Like we're covering so much of that important stuff. Yeah. Oh.
That's a lie, I'm too old.
Lucas baby. Instead of calling Lucas baby. This baby.
the babies.
go to
Rap.
yeah.
Demix. Because we're just throwing words out there. Demix. Mom taught me that one. I think it means to squeeze.
Or
Okay. I remember hearing wins it too, is to squeeze, right?
Yeah.
Right, so we were gonna do a workout video. Let us at the whelps go, wet it.
Wait, me Mr. Belt. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Derek.
Yeah. Oh, they look so wet. That's right. Tease me. Oh, check up, yes, Delbix. Could you also, oh.
How do you say it? Galgalach? Oh, I've been trying to teach my boy not to book lately.
I see a lot of wheels turning. What if they can hard around the table?
Cat and cat.
Oh.
Cat, Katie. Cat.
Oh, one eye. Hey, cat, man.
Cat, Leo, Happy cat, Leo, going to Catlin.
Oh, I like that word.
Ik lag echt Marie op de avond zitten waar ik die op zat. Because things in het good eye on die hat gemacht is het tegen je een good kale neus die
This is perfect. Our humor is so important in all the work we're doing.
Providing gentle lips.
Oh, yeah.
Hug your jack lips and young cookies rabbit. Audrey. Her mom. Mum used
The
to.
other word we haven't heard is skulls. Skulls.
Cheese, Nida?
Public state.
Not enough. Skulls. Christian Oche is skulls.
The regular you talk to. We talk. You wanna fuck, do you?
It's in Vancouver, you're talking about the poor. Everybody worked and all the Gitanyow was sitting around. Lots of tables, so many tables of Gitanyow. Dinner time. That guy, she didn't have no cutlery. Oh my God. Everybody just burst out laughing. You know how Shirley is when she's laughing away. You can't hear her. Oh, they never forget it.
Jane headed up.
Jane.
Jane.
They're scared when you're in Vancouver.
Oh, I'm loving all of this. It sounds like some of these words would be perfect with Valentine's Day coming up. We could probably use some of them for Valentine's Day, maybe. I don't know.
Use it at your meeting.
Oh, I'm loving this. I'm loving the humor. This is really great. If we don't have any other words that we can think of right now, being mindful of time, we're close to 8:30, so we're gonna have about 25 minutes left of brainstorming for another topic. Do we have any other words? Should I ask that question? Or should we just shift into the last topic of discussion?
We just need lots of input for help because we got Betty on the agenda.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
The English word is hook. Nida? Cake and Valentine. Sarah, was the Adam no happy.
Oh, there we go. We should make our own Valentines. I think we should.
Yeah, put it on Facebook.
Message last now when.
Another Valentine would be Hunter. Hunter.
Is that kiss?
Yeah.
So put a video on your.
Oh, another old word, hum. Basket you clips the butterflies because every time the came to a slit the hum. Just got in the basket. That's an old word that I don't hear very often. I talked to Loretta about it, and about it. Hunk. Well, could you answer what hunk didn't is, Loretta? Hunk and then, yeah.
Another word.
Lodetment. Lodetment deed meer rond te kijken.
I love my elders.
Lord, you had in the shop bargain.
Irene?
Good.
Did you say kit?
Click. Good sword when no go len go len is that a good way to say it? På gemhetnia.
Hunna. Och sexsexet.
Också säck.
No, no. When you're plucking it out. Sadak, sexen. Sadak.
Sadak.
Sadak clear.
I've been fresh boys.
It's a good thing we have restricted to kids some of the words.
Oh, that's hilarious. Our first voice needs restriction. Alright. Oh, I love this. This is wonderful. Do I ask again? Or maybe we will just shift into the last section that we'll cover tonight. Thank you all. That was so much fun. I love our humor. That's so important. I love seeing all the smiley, happy faces and the sore tummies. So the last topic that we will cover for tonight, and it's open to our Zoom group, our table, So what are some of your future hopes or advice for the younger generations? So any hopes or advice for the younger generations? And I'll just open up the floor to each and every one of you.
What was that?
Independence. I think independence is really, it's a lot of younger generation rely on parents, grandparents and whatnot, aunties and uncles. I don't know, it's, I've talked to the kids about that, and they don't know how to go around to being independent, and I don't know if they just maybe not listening, because a lot of times when mom and dad used to tell us something, in later years, after they tell me something, oh, I said, that's what they're talking about. Just kicks in maybe a few years later. The younger generation need to be independent. I tell them they can't get anywhere in life, you depend on somebody to do things for you. So I try to teach my kids at home to be independent. I know there's the working thing is not very good around here. They gotta go away for it. When they start a family, they don't really want to leave home. So creativity help. That was my thought.
I see what we're lacking in communities is socializing. We need to try and find something where we can get them to come together. Once they feel the atmosphere, maybe they'll start changing their ways. Like be inviting to them, make them want to come back. So rather than they think that, how we felt when we were young, well, maybe they don't understand, so I just want to go. We need to change that with the young kids. They're too reliant on the gadgets. They need something, even just crafting itself will be good to start. But crafting doesn't need to be a big crowd first. Invite so many, and then it'll keep building. That's what we need with everybody.
Somebody had, sikilkja niin lähti mulle säästämies. Antypään kuks kuus ولا تديس تسلي ولا لمس تس ولا لمس اللي عملت تبتعدت ل summer camp with young adults and I limset ilkkäi sem anaqtitum sinonni I saktitum ja lähtitum sen selvi kandum aaltitum septit Gitanyow medicine oirat we tapstu pillis bikoolki and Edgar and Barney amja tlabuk skoot language and culture labligid na namdi sadak ket na kabedum sakatum Algyax min mulakte min wala samsuama kaheki amja tlabuk loyal sos wala Algyax kuma young parents and wala we hogum de delchtit namdi machtit location nadi hoger hultaben nee namdi heftas dem hain schade achon sachen dem walain dimima de chapter sachen dem wala zeps namdi de mellas location I labadwin dem kultsalat lab dem risen dem wala jebel وليه dem pine dem risen dem Algyax dem llaman wagan mai nidi kulla sakti dem wala dem Algyax Take hot jabkhides dem jabkhima sin hon I medicine cedar gathering kador nalach kitam koseri whichever son last year la Algyax kitam wala koseri some anachtit from very deputy half tekti to the deputy Niemand slang beslagen van Algyax niet zijn eigen. Neem die middels logistiek, voor zachtheid te laag te midden. Hij beschouwt de acht om de Algyax. Neem die de middel laten doen, die laten redden. Goed lepes. الخالد تميد دبكت تميد أمريكهم ستاركس تميد ونقاعد يدرس خاولات تس سمسقيت قاعد مكوكلو يدخل تبس بليس بكور 1985 تبتي وبسون تبتي I put the things of every family have deputy roofing half-tit cedar that deputy Shahon. Looks really last program does is Ahmed Saroil issue. Ahmed Saroil issues. We have the Sakti guidance needed to be Met de 18 voor een deputy. Ik gedacht is, ik dacht ik was. Dat wil het gezegd, dat wil hij zo'n. Ik wil, hij het nou ik ook zo'n programma, ik dacht het niet. Dat wil die wil messen, ook je gaat het gehoord. Met laat, hard times. Die willen zeggen, ik hoor niet die woordje, niet die woord toch had je, toch was in de zin, die was arts, daar op zich te worden, die was electric stove, die zo laat, maar dat heb ik daarna. Die woord willen get together as young adults and students Sakrigisasos, papoya on, this is the Achtivoxti. It will die, because we'll school every summer, and the Tessica. It sakay to guide and cook sweet with her. Concept ton, namdi na nakakasach skit, tum sakit, tum kati, timi amdum wala bach, concept. Ito sa sti huwag ang kaya, tum wala sa kakada skit, tum sa katim kati, tigit na, timi am wala bach sa concept. Namdi na ikikutsuwatit namdi na omchtit kiitluart achtit de petker and the party yuk moksubris program turn and the finish kachum sadama is riesig said one did not at the mahal we wasn't all no, the Delft did not. The hooks sorry, my lad, so it was someone with someone. There's a random guide in Gokswood community. Said, Shanky, hard, get the Amdemwella Bach. Vitos go sa kamhe.
My hopes and dreams are for the young people is to start learning the roles of what we do in the feast halls, how to conduct themselves and how to see people. I've had this on my mind forever. This time is getting too short, and I haven't seen anybody step up to teach these kids. Bring them in the hall and show them where chiefs sit and whatnot, how to serve and respect people. I've always had this dream that one day somebody will step up and teach them. The culture is dying down. I know it is because there's so much things that are happening, especially within the Wilps. My kids don't attend feasts because they were always chased out of the feast hall. You don't belong here. You're from the Mass. My son surprised me one day. A matriarch, when I was a drunk in 1960s, 70s, and my kids would try to go to functions, and they always got chased out. Said, go home. You don't belong here. Your mom and dad are drunks, they said. My son brought this up and it just broke my heart. And I just felt so sorry for him. I didn't know what else to do. Still today it's like that. People at church, they look down on us. It doesn't bother me, but it bothers the kids. I wasn't going to bring this up, I'm just so tired of it all. I don't know why I don't want to leave this place, but just something that's keeping me here. My kids try to go to birthday parties, they get chased away. Said that we didn't invite you, the mother says, go home. My kids come home crying. I said, that's all right, you don't need anything from them. So I always told my kids, when somebody passes away, you respect, you stay in the house, don't go outside. There's so much that I went for the young people to teach them. And I just don't know how to do it. It's a lot of you here that can teach them. You're smart enough. You can tell them what's right and what's wrong. And I teach my grandson and my great-grandson, when somebody passes away, you guys be still in the house and don't flare around. And they go by that, they listen. Because that's what my grandparents taught me. Teach them how to conduct themselves in public. I regret to this day that yes, I was a drunk. I didn't teach my children the way I was supposed to. Yes, I'm still a drunk because my kids drink. Don't bother me, but it bothers me when it has anything to do with my children. I told my kids, I'm sorry I wasn't a good mother to you guys. That's why people treat you so mean. And they said, don't bother. They said, don't think about it. We raised us the best way you could. But still it hurts to be a bad mother. Because I wasn't taught these things. I wasn't taught anything about alcohol. But I'm glad I listened to my grandparents. They were better for me. It didn't matter who was around me, who didn't like me, because it was my own life that I needed to work on. So somebody step up and start teaching these young people. Start it in a gym, go by clans. Show them they're not supposed to favor anybody, that they treat everybody right. I see that in the feast hall, and it bothers me. I don't say anything to anybody because I keep it to myself. I'm only there to listen to the speeches and respect the host all the time. But I still love this place. It doesn't matter what goes on. I learned how to make friends. I learned how to love people. I learned how to forgive my abusers. So thank you for listening.
Thank you.
That while she was talking, it reminds me of I had it wrote here, and it's about takes a whole community to raise a child. Now, the Yips, the Gigis, the uncles, aunties, whatever, doesn't matter who it is. One time when Ellen was saying, one time the kids came home and was talking about so and so, and I said, do you know, I said, you ever think that you were doing something wrong while they're saying that to you? I said, you have to listen. I said, they're probably saying that to you because you know you're doing something wrong. And I always tell them, I said, if somebody talks to you about something what you're doing wrong, I said, you listen. I said, they know what they're talking about, that's why they're telling you. I said, if you're doing wrong, don't come home and tell me and then expect me to get after them. I'm not going to, I said. Because they have the right to tell you something while you're out there if you're doing something wrong. It's their responsibility to talk to you too. I said, I'm not going to say anything about it. I said, you have to listen. And that's a lot of parents. I know that if somebody talks to their kids, they get mad. You know, they get after that person that's trying to tell them what's right and wrong. He said, it's not your business because it's my child. But it takes a whole community to raise a child. And we as Gigis and parents and whatnot, aunties and uncles, we do have the right to tell the kids what they're doing wrong. If the kids tell me something, that's what I tell them. I say, you listen to what they're telling you. You know, I think that needs to come back to us. Because there's a lot of difference now from we only had First and Second Avenue years ago. Now we have all these roads and there's triple the size of it from years ago. And our aunties and uncles are close. And they do take part with our raising us. And, you know, I remember Ivan and Bob. Even years later, they come around by the house and they sit around. They always come to visit me and sit around and have coffee. And that's the thing that's missing too, is people visiting each other. Half of the time we don't know what's going on in the community. Our only way of knowing is Facebook. I don't know half the kids nowadays. They're all grown so big. But that's important too, is that it's a community to raise each other.
Awesome. Thank you, Dorinda. We've done some amazing sharing tonight. Do we still have our Zoom crew in there? Oh yeah, I see them in there. Awesome, thank you. So I'm mindful of the time. And I'm mindful, I'm polling my crew here. I can see people are starting to get a little bit ready. and stuff. So what I'd like to do at this point is just see, is there, we'll allow a few more minutes, is there anything on anyone's mind right now that they'd like to add and contribute to this, to the hopes and dreams that you'd like for our young people? We'll just allot a few more minutes and then we will do a closing.
I figure our language is who we are. It's our identity. It's our lifestyle. It's who our wisxw. And today I'm really grateful for the wisxw in Gitanyow and the new matriarchs and the new Sim Algyax use a lot of English words in the Willigit, and there's nothing wrong with that. They inherited that seat. But I'm really glad that we have Irene and Dorinda. They're all fluent. Audrey, Katie, Loretta, and we have quite a few people. And Jessica and them, they're so beautiful and starting to use the language. And with me on First Voices, I take the job seriously. I put a lot of hours in there translating what the Miet and the Rites say on my recorder, and I make sure that I have the correct translation with Loretta, and some of the Sim Algyax help me out and correct me when I'm wrong. So I'm glad that the language is waking up. It is waking up, and I'm glad it is because it's who we are. Kabi.
Thank you.
Can I just say thank you to Loretta, Dorinda, Audrey, and Irene. I've been trying to get back to talking the language, and I can understand bits and pieces, and after tonight I noticed I understand way more than when I started. And I think there's healing in our culture, in our language, and like after attending tonight and just laughing and having fun, I think that we need more of this to like involving with the kids too, because Lydia's always super excited asking, is there Gits on today? And I think there's too many people here, so she left. And she just really looks forward to it every week. And I feel happier, like lighter. Like I've been talking to counselors and stuff and looking for happiness, but at least, yeah, I just find it's really healing in our culture, and listening to them speak the language and talk, and knowing, like tonight I just noticed I know a lot more words than I used to, and that's just coming and listening, and thank you guys for that. And then Jessica, she helps me, because some days Lydia's like, how do you say this? It's always, usually at nighttime, she asks how to say something in Gitza, and then I just message Jessica and she tells me. I was even in Cheyenne's class, she was teaching too, so I'm trying. I just wanted to say thank you. You guys.
I grew up knowing the dirty words and just learned how to put them in sentences.
Yeah.
You guys didn't know these words.
And now I'm honored to be amongst our knowledge keepers. My mom's dealt with you guys quite a bit, and that's something I needed to. Thank you for the laughter. Thank you, Ms. Ludwig, for your input too, and just everyone who made this all happen today.
Sen gidem seedem hanak. As I dem nams with this and ayas is listen. With this and we has when that's a henny talk when Wilson. Ayas it listen when after I dem both ways by this. I thank you all for this opportunity. It's been a fun evening. I always enjoy the laughter that we share, just because one word may seem funny to those of us, because it has 2 or 3 meanings, and we always go to the down meaning. So it makes us laugh, and that's okay. That's okay, because that's the way our people are. We're always laughing when we're getting together. We misinterpret what someone's saying when they're trying to be serious, we end up laughing. So that is a healthy thing to happen for all of us. And what I hope for the future is that the youth know that they belong somewhere. And what I mean is that they need to know who their chief is, what their clan is, and who their father clan is, and know a little bit of the history of their yet and G's. Because at times we take for granted that everybody knows what we know. It's not always the case. Each one of you around the table here is a teacher. If you can teach our youth one law, is that the key for all of us as we were growing up was not to be clans. Don't marry into your same clan, because it destroys the house group. It's not a healthy thing to do, and if that's all you teach, that would be great. And I'm glad that I finally have Loretta teaching Zoom now. I'm hoping she's still teaching by Zoom.
Yes.
And I'm inviting all of you to think about doing the same thing. Look at what we're able to do here. We're able to reach people outside and away from the building that you're in. Teach them. If you take 2 hours, that's it. And one of the key for us is the feast hall. Invite them to come to the feast hall. That's how we all learned. Our parents dragged us to the feast hall and told us to serve here, serve there, give this to so-and-so, and that's how we learned. And you need to invite the young people to the feast hall, and if you are teaching language, also teach them about the feast words, teach them about the laws. If you're going to teach them about fish, teach them about the law of fish. If you're going to teach them about hunting, teach them about the law of taking only what you need and burying what you don't need. All those sorts of things, the laws that go with the activity that you are doing with the youth. That is key. You can't be just making a hat and be happy. The cedar tree is key for the Gitanyow people. Talk about how many items we made out of just the one tree. The bentwood box, the totem pole, the paddles, the baskets. There's many things that we made out of that one cedar tree. So you need to teach that history with the youth when you're working with them. Don't just produce products without lessons to go with it. That's my hope anyway. And I'm hoping that soon every one of the youth will be learning language just like Cheyenne and Jessica. Those are the 2 that I see that are pushing to learn the language. And I think that saying the words, and if you say it wrong and somebody corrects you, don't be hurt. They're only trying to help. And if somebody's speaking the language and they sound funny, don't laugh at them. That discourages them. That's the other thing that's really important. And I really, really am thankful for Loretta for inviting me to this group. I enjoyed this evening. Some lo am skari nung naklis Sim Algyax. wisxw juchtism. Da mag je uitnissen. Koeks aan mijn jaarsen. Gebied.
Wonderful. Okay, so I am mindful of the time. We're at 9:12. So I would like to thank each and every one of you for your time here tonight and sharing. Like I said at the beginning, it's such a gift, the information that you're sharing. I'm not sure if they can see me on there, but the information that you're sharing is a gift. And I love when we get to come together. So thank you, Loretta, so much for inviting me to be a part of this, because I always feel so honored to come and learn and listen, and the laughter is so important. I love that too. So thank each and every one of you for everything that you've shared tonight. Thank you to Sheridan for doing the yummy dinner that was scrumptious. And thank you all for your time tonight. Thank you, Raven, for staying and doing all of our recording for us. That's really great for Loretta. And Betty and Loretta for, yay, Betty and Loretta for organizing. So we will come to a close. I will hand it over. I know there's one other thing. I'm not sure, Loretta, if you'd like me to announce. Come on up. If there's something, if you'd like to share the 12th as well as a reminder. So I'll turn it over to Loretta to close it off. Thank you for your time. I'm honored to be here with you tonight. Yes. That's what I was thinking. 13th. Okay.
These are innan Buddhism diets lasted in Thailand. I'm here in Shuseo. Los Amsterdam, ja, die dat is gelijk gewoon die Buddhism diets, that's in Buddhism diets, it isn't that notes. Jessica and Cheyenne took notes for me. Raven, the recording, and Charity was doing recording through Zoom, same with Betty. Betty's doing it for First Voices. Charity's doing it for our language group. So that's why we see two recorders here. So some of my group members from my Zoom class, they're already asking me for, I told them that the recording, it'll probably take a while, but I told them I'll post as soon as I get it, and same with the notes, they're asking for notes already. Is I'm getting with this and Ajax, Katie, als im Giget. It is and Ajax it name. January 16th on East Coast Zoom, learning language through Zoom. I've been doing it for 1 year now, since January 16th. And I'm really fortunate that, what's her name, Sandra Smith from Rupert. She said that Katie gave your name, and I was really nervous at first about it, but it's going really well. And I remember one thing Katie said, you make sure you say that they say that they pronounce it properly. Otherwise, like it's been happening here tonight, and that brings out the laughter for everybody. So I'm really thankful, and feel free to zoom in tomorrow when the guys are here. And that same time, 6 o'clock, zoom in and I'll post it again. What I forgot to do is post in the Gigi page and yes, I only posted here. But I'm just really thankful and announcement for February 13th, we're having a community dinner here in Gitanyow. And I've already also booked the gym for the hall in Gigi again for a community dinner. Same with Kitwan. I have the dates, I don't have them memorized, but I do have them written down. And I will do the community dinner. The community dinner here will be to honor and to acknowledge those that we might want to honor and acknowledge, maybe with a small gift or a small token, certificate. We'll be doing it February 13th, 5 o'clock. And I haven't posted about community, the ladies for our language teams purchasing all the food. And so we will be making cooks. I do have a list going, so yeah. And I thank you everybody on Zoom for joining us. Amber, Cheryl, Katie, and my sister Donna, and Charity.
Good afternoon, Donna.
Thank you everyone for sharing.
Good afternoon.
For hearing the language. First innocent. I'm Agnes.
Dem as Patricia, dem good nature, I gets Cheyenne, dem Patricia,
So maglalahagi ito ay sumina quality agwati ito ay sumina kamawani at kastos namin na media edit debit na lahat ulit connecting kind of amen. Hey, you're great. That's so great. So great. Looking forward to community.